This is Kathy Biehl of Empowermentunlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of July 30th, 2018. Right now, life is like existing in the middle of a lightning field with bolts and thunder and strikes happening all around and occasionally hitting you. It's a time of incredible chaos and revelations, and all of it is ultimately useful and productive, actually. We are 2/3 of the way through the summer's eclipses. The first two have major components of endings and reshaping and sudden realizations, doors closing as we sharpen our senses of ourselves. We're building toward the final eclipse of the summer, which happens on the 11th and which will drastically upgrade our senses of ourselves and the way we express ourselves out in the world. It may help to cope with all the chaos as looking at this time as information gathering. Every new revelation, even the ones that hit home emotionally incredibly hard. Every new revelation, every piece of breaking news, every tangled mess that you have to deal with, it's all information. Keep in mind that Mercury and Mars are both retrograde, which brings a really high probability of things breaking down, but also the opportunity to go back over and do something differently with information, with agreements in your life, with communications. Mars is kicking up the dust at a place in the sky that represents the doorway to the past. His activity is bringing a lot to consciousness. Circles you used to travel in, friends that used to be a massive part of your life, a regular part of your existence, communities that you floated through, projects that never quite got finished, maybe some old conflicts, some old disagreements. And he and Mercury together are definitely and dramatically bringing to light what really happened. They're filling in the dark corners, the pieces, the puzzle pieces, the unexplained bits. Information drops are coming personally and collectively of, oh wow, that was what was going on? And some of the drops hit like an anvil falling on you, like in an old Warner Brothers cartoon. Some of the revelations do take quite a bit of time to assimilate, to figure out, to get past. You'll have to figure out in each instance what it means to you personally. It might mean, oh wow, I didn't know that would have been possible. Some of them might be along the lines of, boy, did I dodge a bullet? And others might just be helping you wrap up chapters in your life, times that you've been through. I'll indulge in a rare personal example here. I've been getting a lot of news lately that has put me back into, at least mentally and energetically, an extended circle of musicians that I traveled with in Houston in the 80s and 90s. The combined Mercury and Mars retrograde have a wonderful retrospective quality to them in that regard. They're giving us a chance to review times in our lives, re-experience them, recover pieces of ourselves, and consciously assign people and events to memory and reclaim some of them for current places in our hearts. That's one element. Oh, so that's what was going on. And a companion element is, what am I going to do about it? You may find situations that require repair, that are worthy of your energy and time to repair, to rework, to fix. And as the calendar changes from July to August, one massive lightning bolt actually hits. There may be a connection to events that happened around the middle of May. You may suddenly have the motivation to do something practical, tangible, with worldly impact in a very different way from how you handled things before. This could involve food. It could involve your creative expression, like the way your voice actually sounds, the way you create art. It could involve the way you create money, your attitude about money, how you handle it. And the lightning bolt might not motivate you. It might require this kind of change, this innovative approach, this break from the way things have been done. There could be a lot of conflict around this. There could be a sudden break that precipitates this. whatever it is, it will likely distract you from a lot of the noise in the chatter going on, and it may help you instinctively gravitate to the news breaks personally and collectively that are most important to you. And here are some questions that might help. How does this affect me? How does this benefit me? How does this change things? Is this my responsibility? What's another way I could handle this, or approach this, or respond to this? It may also help to get a tarot deck and pull out the first card, the Fool, and just have it as a point of reference in your life. And if you don't have a deck, you can find this image online. Acting instinctively, acting impulsively, trusting, and taking leaps of faith. As we get into the weekend, the information flow, the revelations, the epiphanies, the misunderstandings, the breakdowns, all of that puts us to a choice point. And there's nothing trivial about this at all. You may have to take a really deep breath to confront, to approach, to act on, to deal with a piece of information. You could hear something that requires you to completely change your thinking about something. You could adjust your whole concept of power, or how you speak to power, what you see as power. And very likely, on a collective level, there will be something that requires an adjustment in the actual occupation of power. Choose candor, choose truth. Again, take a deep breath if you have to. The stakes are high, the stakes are huge. But honestly, with all the nutso-ness that's going on, is there any reason to keep playing by other people's rules when other people are violating their own rules? The last couple of years have made you much more aware of your own moral compass and what is going on inside of you. Choose your truth, choose your power, choose your own integrity. Communications this weekend will actually require that. And you will find that if you approach communications, information, other people, everything with candor and your own almost ruthless insistence on honesty, first and foremost with yourself, you will cut to the heart of matters and you will find relief, and a lot will actually become easier as a consequence. Key factor, does it really matter? If it, whatever it is for the moment, does really matter to you, pursue it, voice it, advocate for it. If it doesn't, give yourself permission to leave it alone. The homing thought of the week, I choose truth. The song of the week, I have two, and appropriate for Mars being at the south node of the moon. They are very old. One of them is Do I Have to Do This All Over Again by the Monkees, and the other is Nowhere to Run, Nowhere to Hide by Martha and the Vandellas. And the image of the week is waking up with a sleeping mask on, taking off the sleeping mask, and opening your eyes. You'll find lots more information about all of this at my site, Empowermentunlimited.net, including the mooncasts for July's solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. My forecast for August will be up by August 1st. And at Empowermentunlimited.net, you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. Talk to you next week.